Hello students, welcome to Drishti IAS. In this video, we are going to look at a recent update that is related to the PM Vikas scheme. So what is the update? The Ministry of Minority Affairs has now issued allocation letters to train some beneficiaries under PM Vikas. Some approximately 1.40 lakh beneficiaries have been identified and now training letters have been allocated to them. Now, because PM Vikas is in news, this scheme becomes important for us. So let's very quickly see what this scheme is all about. So PM Vikas or the Virasat का Samvardhan. This is actually a scheme of the Ministry of Minority Affairs, which is aimed at the upliftment, at the socio-economic upliftment of minority communities and artisans. Your notified minority communities like Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhist, Jains and Parsis. So it is aimed at the upliftment, at the socio-economic upliftment of the notified minority communities and artisans. These are also an important focus group over here. We are going to provide them skill development, entrepreneurship or leadership training, and leadership training particularly is going to be provided to women. So women are an important focus group, another important focus group. Minority groups, then artisans and women. These are our major focus groups. We are also going to provide education support to school dropouts. We are going to give them free education and preservation of heritage arts and crafts. We're talking about artisans over here. So here the goal is to preserve the traditional craft, traditional art, and at the same time also provide what? Vocational training. Modern vocational training. So this is a blend of both the things. We are wanting to preserve the traditional arts and provide modern vocational training as well. That is why these beneficiaries have been identified, and the goal here is to provide them with, help them with or train them with the modern vocational trainings. And it also focuses on sustainable livelihoods and socio-economic inclusion of minority and artisan communities. So the goal is not just to provide them skill development, but also to provide them with proper employment opportunities. Because there is a clear mandate that for modern skill courses, at least 75 of the trained candidates, they must be placed. So just providing the skill or providing training is not enough. You will have to make sure, these people will have to make sure that the trained candidates, they are placed, 75% of the trained candidates are placed in employment, self-employment or apprenticeship. And out of this 75% also, we'll have to make sure that at least 50% of the employment is in the organized sector. So it is important to provide them with proper sustainable livelihood options. That is why at least 50% of this entire employment should be in the organized sector. Then we also talk about inclusion over here. So gender inclusion, we already saw that our focus group is women. And then there's another type of inclusion. 3% of all the seats, they are reserved for people with disabilities. So we are focusing on minorities, we are focusing on artisans, we are focusing on women, and we are also focusing on people with disabilities. And the goal here is to provide them a socio-economic upliftment, to give them skill training, to train them on traditional arts as well as modern skill training. Your modern skill training like AI, data science, installation of solar panels, a lot of other things also over here, which are basically modern vocational training, not just the traditional arts. So preservation of traditional art plus providing of employment opportunities, training opportunities in the modern areas is also the goal over here, and we are wanting to uplift minorities, women, artisans and people with disabilities. So that was all for this video. In the recent update, basically beneficiaries have been identified. 1.4 lakh beneficiaries have been identified, and now training letters have been allocated to them. As a next step, training batches are going to be formed, and then we are also going to look at the state-wise data. State-wise performance is going to be measured. It is going to be reviewed, mid-year reviews are going to happen, and then based on that, funds are going to be allocated and reallocated. So let's see what happens then. But for now, we have just identified the beneficiaries, and now the training is going to start. So that was all for this video. I hope you were able to understand everything that we discussed over here. Now let us practice a question for prelims. With reference to the Pradhan Mantri Virasat ka Samvardhan scheme, which of the following statements is or are correct? 1. The scheme aims to provide both traditional and modern skill training, including emerging areas like AI, AR/VR, 5G technologies and solar energy. 2. Under PM Vikas, at least 75% of trained candidates must be placed in employment, self-employment or apprenticeship. 3. The scheme reserves 3% of its total seats for persons with disabilities. And 4. PM Vikas provides only skill development support and does not include any educational assistance. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 and 2 only, B. 2 and 3 only, C. 1 and 4 only, or D. 1, 2 and 3. Please provide your answers in the comment section, and we will meet in a new video. Thank you for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.